Yes, they're facing the wrong way, and now you gotta think about what the lines are gonna do if you do turn the chair around. So the best thing to do is to actually turn the chair around.
Did you get them? I mean, most of the lines are on the far side of the.
So yes, I would definitely say get them up on that side.
And you always have to see in ICU, sometimes the IV line is so short, it's just on that stand kind of, you can't go anywhere, because they think, oh, this patient is not getting up anytime soon. But the shortest line, like Hannah said, that you go towards the shortest line.
So like when you're like saying you want to get them up, sitting at your bed, we have to do the log roll.
Do you have to do the long roll?
I mean, you don't have to, but like they're still gonna have to get on their side to push up, right? I guess my thing is I'm scared of like going on the side of the IV, so would you go on the opposite side of the line?
Why are you
So-
scared
so-
going on the side of the IV?
So what if we didn't want
Because of
them?
like, wouldn't it go deeper? I'm scared of like
If you
go
roll
deeper
on?
in the skin or something.
Well,
I would-
for an IV, sorry, they put it in with a needle, but it's a catheter, really, right?
And typically it's gonna be on the
Plastic and
top,
flexible.
Yeah. Or
so,
something.
yeah.
The A line, what she said, the arterial line is right here, and that's why I asked that question, because we used to be scared of the arterial line, because it's here and then you push it. It's not so easy to dislodge, but it has happened.
But what's another way that you can get a person up without rolling? So can you come up on your elbows? And then walk themselves up.
Yeah.
Turn their legs out
And see,
to
this
whichever
is-
side.
this is
So
okay.
all of those tools you can use,
Yeah.
whatever strategies to match the condition that they're in or match the environment.
So even with the IV here, what she did now, pushing, that's okay. Okay? You don't want to, if the A line or something is right here, then you don't want to push up.
We're just kinda like cue them to like watch out for those when they're bringing up.
Okay, so what's RLA level 1, according to the,
No response, total assistance.
so what do you do for them?
Just stimuli, right?
Sternal, can you do
Try to
sternal?
evoke.
Elena. Elena, hey, can you look over here? Then you can do a sternal rub. You can do a slight pinch, not vindictive pinch. You just know some of y'all know.
And then, of course, you do the passive range of motion.
What about olfactory, all of that stuff? You do have to be careful with some smells.
Ammonia, I think, ammonia and all, like, sometimes those are strong smells. But
He
they're
actually,
strong.
one of the guys talked about taking the back of a pen and actually pressing against the nail.
Oh, yeah.
Because the nail beds can be very sensitive,
Yeah.
like a writing pen. So something like this, and just pressing, that's pretty noxious stimuli.
Yeah, so level 1, really, they are still unresponsive, so you'll do range of motion and then show it to the family. Positioning, what kind of positioning would you do in level 1? Float their heels, and then positioning, they have to be turned,
Educating the
side.
family on how often they should be turned,
Yeah.
staff.
And then, have family members, just like Dr. Ingram did, trying to use different stimuli, because you can't just say, oh, they're at level 1 and just walk up, but, you have to get them to that next stage.
We're getting a wet, cold compress, a cloth, and wiping their face with a cold washcloth, warm. Just different things that you can do.
Even like, sometimes we used to have like the pens and the sort of, snapping your fingers or, kind of something which makes a sound where they can turn around. TV sometimes they look at, so those are the main things: positioning, range of motion, and getting them to respond. Okay, what's level 2? So what's generalized response?
So if you're giving low pain stimuli, they're gonna jump all over.
So again, kind of the same your intervention will be, but then now you're, doing even more. Level 3, localized response. So now is the level 3, maybe you can have them even, look at you, track some of those things, scan,
Can you watch me?
moving around. Or bring a family member, mom, can you go around this and see if they will, and talk to them and see, because they are likely to respond more to family members than,
And some patients will say, I could hear you the whole time.
Oh, yeah.
I just couldn't respond, with movement.
that's a great
Are you
point.
able to raise your arms, Elena? Can you raise this hand? Raise that hand up. So a lot of times it takes for you to continue to do this over and over, because patients will say, I was just in the deepest fog. It was like an out of body experience. I could not move my body even though I could hear everything
Yeah.
that y'all were talking about.
So in this, it's really important to get her attention, like don't, if she's looking that side, you really want to use all those skills, can you know, verbal, visual and tactile. And then you saw how Dr. Ingram did, can you raise this arm, not just like, can you raise your left arm, or can you raise this arm, can you raise this arm? So giving that. Another great point he made, clients will tell you that, yeah, I remember your voice, so even if I'm here and I'm talking to the nurse or I'm talking to a caregiver, I'm not really talking to them, I should be talking to the client. Say that, your mom is right here and I'm going to tell her some things, but you can listen to it. So we always talk, because one of my patients told me, like, the most this I did not like was everybody was talking over me, and I could understand, but I could not respond. And so,
Which can cause agitation too.
yeah.
If you constantly are talking about things, the patient, you can just see them start moving their head around, grimacing. I would definitely pay attention to the face if you're doing any type of stimuli.
Especially if the eyes are open. So since we have 20 minutes, I think let them just do the 3 levels and then look at